Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, it's time for Super Bowl 54, and we'll send you now to Miami, standing by to call their fourth Super Bowl together. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the five-time Super Bowl champs from the NFC, the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And Charles, many had ordained the Kansas City Chiefs to be the best team in the NFL coming into the season, and now here they are, one game away from their first Super Bowl title since Super Bowl IV 50 years ago.
And we'll get to that in just a minute, but how about this? This is their fifth straight playoff appearance. They went to overtime with New England in the AFC title game last year. Remember, they were down big at the half, came all the way back and had a chance to win, lost in overtime. Finally climbed that mountain and got back. And do you remember Super Bowl IV against Minnesota? Remember Hank Stram as their coach? On the sidelines, mic'd up for the first time. That really gave us a lot of what we have now with NFL films. What a terrific performance by that Kansas City team, and they blew away the Vikings in that game.
Meanwhile, the 49ers are back in the Super Bowl for the seventh time in franchise history, one of the more successful teams in the Super Bowl era, as they look to claim their sixth title, which would tie them with the Patriots and Steelers for most ever.
I like how you stated that they're one of the more successful franchises in Super Bowl history, because at one point, they were 5-0 in Super Bowls. Joe Montana with wins in Super Bowl 16, 19, 23, and 24. And Steve Young, remember that one? Get the monkey off my back, as he won big in Super Bowl 29. But they lost their last time out against the Ravens in Super Bowl 47. They're looking for a little bit of that. Can we get right again, guys? And I think the San Francisco 49ers team is going to play awfully well in this game.
And they're hoping that the lights stay on in the stadium the entire game this go-around. This will be taken in at the 1. Jimmy Garoppolo leading the 49ers into this Super Bowl. It was October of 2017 that the 49ers traded for Jimmy G. In February of 2018, they made him the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. And now here he is, just 2 short years later, trying to join Joe Montana and Steve Young as 49er quarterbacks to win a Super Bowl title.
Here we go. 180! 54. Let's go, team. Let's go.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
18 yards, first down Niners. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
This is Mostert. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. 18 yards to pick up there. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Mostert. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. 2 carries for him now on the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
Here we go. 180. Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Mostert. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 2, Garoppolo, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Here's Mostert. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. And the starting crew now for San Francisco.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs, because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Garoppolo now completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Xavier Williams coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Patrick Mahomes leading out the Chiefs. And they, of course, were so close to a trip to Atlanta a year ago. Losers in overtime of the AFC title game. They made it a point that they were going to get back this year. And Mahomes, the 2018 MVP, he has followed through, getting KC to the Super Bowl in his 3rd NFL season. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. On play action, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. And a look now at the defensive starters for San Francisco.
Jaworski Tartt came out of Samford University in Alabama. And he is a guy who is an absolute flash at the safety position.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Mahomes now to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. To throw is Garoppolo. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception.
Here we go.
But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
Tyrann Mathieu's instincts as a defensive back, I believe, are second to none. And that allows him to play all over the secondary. He can line up as an outside corner, inside in the slot, and that's difficult to do because you get so much traffic in there. And then, of course, they can also move him back as a safety. Anywhere you put him, though, you know he's going to end up around the football.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Mahomes now on first down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 41, Mahomes. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. It's Hill, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Demarcus Robinson. there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Well, Charles, as this offense comes out here, let's talk about the AFC Championship game coming up. Kansas City hosting Tennessee. The Chiefs the winner over the Texans in the divisional round. But even before they took the field, they got a surprise gift on Saturday night with those Titans winning in Baltimore to set up the unexpected matchup.
But sometimes a gift isn't exactly a gift because they went from thinking they had to chase around Lamar Jackson to having to fortify themselves against Derrick Henry and the 250 pounds of man coming out and running the football. That run defense that got better as the season went on, it will get severely tested in this one.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
What we got? 54.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
I can't be hot.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Garoppolo finding his tight end, Kittle. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! All day, every day, any day.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to regain the lead. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run, making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle, no running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Gold to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Okay, CD, let's talk about KC as their offense comes back out here. 12-4 finish as they head into this divisional round. 4 straight AFC West title. They're searching for something that they haven't had in a half-century, and everybody knows what that is. That's a Super Bowl berth. We thought their season might be in trouble when Mahomes went down with that kneecap injury. That was in mid-October. But he and the Chiefs, they haven't lost in the last 6 games. A strong finish, and they're looking as good as they have in a long time.
And they have to give some credit to Matt Moore as the backup quarterback for keeping things afloat while Mahomes was out. Because remember, they beat Minnesota in a home game that was a difficult one for them. And they also had a tough one with Green Bay that they almost pulled out at home as well. So give him a lot of credit. But Mahomes has his magic back. Seems to be fully healed from the ankle, from the knee. He is playing well, but the defense, that's what's morphed and made them different. The last half of the year, they got better against the run, in no small part because Chris Jones, their all-pro defensive tackle, got back in the lineup and really solidified things, along with Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, playing near the line of scrimmage as a defensive back. Kansas City's going to be very dangerous in the playoffs as the number 2 seed. It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it with Williams. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, 40 yards as they have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Butker now to add the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And in the end, it was all capped off by the Damian Williams touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes his offense, led by George Kittle. And some of his highlights here from this game, he's nearing 100 yards, partner.
And defensive have worked so hard at how to try to slow down tight ends. It was a lot easier, partner, in the old days because when they just lined up on the line of scrimmage, you either put a defensive end or a linebacker over them and tried to body them so they couldn't get off the line of scrimmage easy.
And now?
Now, when they split out, detach from the line of scrimmage, you put a linebacker out there, they're often too elusive for them, shake them and get to the secondary too easily before someone else can try and pick them up.
Garoppolo on first down. Connects with Kittle underneath. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
65.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go. Wait, 80! Check 53. Better break. You better break.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And Gold is able to put it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs offense. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes gets this one to Hill. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Let's go.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Mahomes going to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Demarcus Robinson, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 8. 5 plays there on that drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Well, as they come out here to set up shop for this next drive, let's talk about the NFC Championship game coming up. San Francisco hosting Green Bay. It was the road teams winning in the wild card round, Seattle, Minnesota, but the home teams bounced back in the divisional round. 49ers beating the Vikings and the Pack beating Seattle in Lambeau, so sets up a great NFC Championship game.
And a rematch of their regular season meeting that San Francisco dominated. Don't think Green Bay has forgotten that one. They have not traveled well to the West Coast this season. Losing at the Chargers, losing at San Francisco. I think they'll play much better in this one. Aaron Rodgers burning to get back to the Super Bowl yet again.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. 180! Check back.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
Let's go.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Here we go. 180! 54. Tackles.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Open man is born. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards.
Hey, come on.
So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The never-tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And Robinson with a big catch. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. Mahomes now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's 1st down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
It's going to be a long day.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He wants it all for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Demarcus Robinson with his third touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Coming to you, coming to you. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kendrick Bourne, 72 yards. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now Gold for the extra point. And this one's back to an 8-point game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here's Damian Williams making his way back out. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. This is caught by Robinson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to let it go. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 27 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Butker on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Garoppolo got the connection here to Bourne. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Out right to Bourne. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! I'm here all day.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? LIV has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he's got it. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Gold is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing.
Been fun.
That's been mesmerizing and a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's hoping to keep it going here in the 3rd quarter. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got it to Williams. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Mahomes now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Butker now to add the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Looking to throw. Garoppolo completes it to Coleman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Garoppolo now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Go ahead.
That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Here we go. 180! Check 53, Check.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Niners on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Coleman on the draw. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here we go.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Check.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Garoppolo looks to throw. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. From the left hash, this from 37. And Gold is able to put it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. As you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Setting out. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Damian Williams and the Chiefs ready to begin their next drive. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
6-man. Check girls, check girls.
The busy night continues for Williams. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. This is 3rd and 14. Mahomes now to throw. And going deep for Hill. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
They come out here in the eye. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and get it in with Sherman, the fullback. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Well, they went with a fullback dive that time.
And, Brandon, when I was a kid, the fullback carried the ball equally as much as the running back, then known as the halfback. Nowadays, the fullback's job is to block. Put him out in front, let him clear a path.
They still have a couple more chances here from the 1. On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Butker on for the PAT. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
To throw is Garoppolo, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Garoppolo. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Now they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Williams. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go.
Again, it's Williams. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
They'll run on 1st down. Williams. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. They'll turn to Thompson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. That time a 6-play drive. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Let's go, let's go.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Open man is born. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards, first down Niners. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. Connects with Kittle underneath. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfired.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. On 2nd and 10, Garoppolo. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Chris Jones busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Here we go. Stay locked in. Get lined up.
One final try now for Garoppolo. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. So he's hit pay dirt twice, but still they're facing that deficit here in the second half.
So they're going to see if they can continue to find ways to get him the football, because obviously something is working for him to find the end zone twice. In any event, however this turns out, he's going to be hard to deal with in the film room, isn't he? He's going to want to know why he's not getting more passes thrown to him.
Those big tight ends are getting greedy. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. And the Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.